Hello, my name is Jeff, and this is a open letter to eBay. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I have a lot of thoughts in my head, and I didn't write anything down, so let's see how this goes. I've been selling for 12 years on eBay. That's not going to change right now, but there are some things that are very concerning about what's going on with eBay right now. I used to think that if I listed more, I would make more. And for the longest time, that was the case. But something is amiss in eBay land. And the state of reselling is a little dysfunctional right now on eBay. I guess that's the best way to say it. And I can't help but think that after repricing a lot of my stuff, deleting and sell similar, running sales, using the promoted listings a little bit, I'll circle back to that, editing my titles. Let's see, what else do I do? I think that's about, I'm probably missing something. And I list every day. I run sales. Like I do all the things to make my store active. And yet, consistent sales are not happening. Now, some people could say that it's me. I don't think that that's actually true. I think it's eBay. Now, while I know that eBay is not responsible for bringing me any sales, we used to have a very good symbiotic relationship, a very fair relationship. I would list items, you would get a fair cut, the final value fees, and the buyer would get the item that they so much wanted. But that's not the case anymore. Haven't done anything different with the items that I source. I don't know. I can't help but think it's eBay. And I don't claim to know. Like, I could hypothesize, but at the end of the day, I don't really know. But there is something wrong. And I can't help but think it is the promoted listings that is the problem. And it's gonna be a problem, eBay, going forward, because you have created this environment where sellers are gonna, is it the race to the bottom or is it the race to the top? They're gonna aggressively promote to out-promote other buyers to a point where profit margins are going to shrink, and it's going to actually hurt a lot of sellers. And I think you guys have gotten too greedy. I know you have. And there's going to come a point where sellers' bottom lines, it's going to cause a lot of people to stop. It's either going to cause a lot of people to stop reselling on your platform, stop altogether, and I don't know. I think you guys are looking too short term and not at the big picture. Like, what made you great from 1995 until the last couple years have been you provide traffic to our stores and you take some money. But now you want more, even more. You want like the promoted listings, the promoted plus, the promoted adjustable variable fixed rates that you determine. What's next? What's next, eBay? Are you going to do promoted listings by the hour, by the minute? I mean, come on. I mean, if you're gonna go all in on this and really try to milk us sellers for everything we got, let's do that. I mean, guys, you should be ashamed of yourself for basically trying to take all of our profits. Like, we can only source and get our stuff for so cheap, and it doesn't get any cheaper than cheap. So let me give you some numbers. And when COVID hit, I had, between the two stores, I can't remember if it was 4,200. I think it was 4,200 listings between the two stores. Now, we know COVID was good times, but even before COVID, my sales were continuing to go up all the time because I kept growing my stores. I have over 8,000 listings, and I'm making less than I did most days. I'm getting less sales than I did before COVID, before things went nuts to the upside. Now, I know that we're in a recession, and that is to be expected to be, an impact on sales. But there is something seriously wrong with how you're sending. I don't know, like I don't really, like I said, I don't have all the answers. I opted back into your international program, and since I did that 10 days ago, I've gotten 2 sales. So you would think, being more exposed internationally, that my listings that might offset some of the slow sales recession wise, because not every country is in a recession or in the world. So I know that you don't care about my opinion, but you should start to care about a lot of resellers' opinions, because they're either going to stop selling or they're going to leave your platform. Now, I have started to sell more locally now than I ever have because you've forced my hand. I didn't want to do that. I would love to just list stuff on your site. But now, and I actually got that advice from one of your representatives. One of your representatives said, it's probably best that you diversify and don't have all your eggs in the eBay basket. So, I don't know. My recommendation is that you consider the impact that your actions have on sellers when it comes to trying to take more of our profits, because if we leave your platform, you will have nothing. And I know that eBay values buyers over sellers more, but the truth of the matter is we do come first. If we don't list it on your site, you get 0% of profit. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot more that I want to say. I was thinking about this today, and I wish I would have written some of this down. But the bottom line is, you guys need to think long term. And I know that you think that you're thinking long term, but the actions and how it impacts sellers, if I'm feeling a pinch from this, I guarantee, and I've been doing this for over 12 years, I guarantee you that a lot of newer resellers, and I've been through recessions, I've been through downturns, and I'll weather this. I'm not worried about it, but I might not weather it with you. So it's my wish that you start and consider the impact that taking money out of our hands without really providing any new services or of benefit to sellers, You know, maybe try fixing your site. Maybe get some of these glitches fixed. Maybe stop advertising for eBay Motors so aggressively. Maybe stop advertising. Like, everybody knows who eBay is. You don't really need to advertise. You know, you don't need to take the money that you're taking out of our pockets and spend it on advertising. It's unnecessary. Everybody knows what eBay is. So I hope this falls into somebody's ears who is listening.